And now, it's time for another Dice Tower review with Tom Vasel.
Hey folks, I'm Tom Vasel. Today we're taking a look at Cahoots. This is from Gamewright Games, the cooperative hint and sync card game. This is a cooperative game for 2 to 4 players in which you're playing colored cards on top of each other, Uno style, but you are trying to win the game by completing a certain number of goals. It's harder than it sounds. Let me show you. The game comes with a deck of cards. It has 4 colors in it, purple, orange, green, and pink, and these cards are numbered 1 through 7 twice. You're going to shuffle these cards, and you're going to basically put 4 out here randomly, so there's 4 face up here. You're going to pick a pile of gold cards. There's a big stack of them. So let's say it's a 4-player game, and I want to play a normal level, so I'll have 15 gold cards, and then I'll place 5 of them, or 4 of them, face up. Each person's going to essentially, you're going to have a draw pile, and everyone's going to have 4 cards in their hand. So let's say I look at my 4 cards on my turn, and I'm playing basically Uno rules here, where I can play the same number on top of a pile or the same color. So I'm looking at these, and I might play the 6 here on top of this. Now, did I accomplish any of these goals? There's 2 adjacent piles are orange. 3 purple piles, alternate piles are orange, all even. No, none of those have happened. I draw another card, and it's the next player's turn. So maybe the next player, as they're looking at the different piles of cards that are out there, they say, all right, well, maybe I'll play a 6 here on top of the 3. And still, nothing has happened yet. So then another person plays a 6 purple on top of that. And then another person, and we're looking at all the different cards here. So far, nothing has really happened to change anything, but if another player plays a 3 here, now there are 3 purple piles. We get rid of that. The next one is the sum of the green cards is 7. And we're just going to take turns playing these, and you have to get all these done before the deck runs out. So alternating piles of cards being orange, if someone plays this one, that one would be done. Now there's no cards of the same number. Well, we're not even close to that, but if someone plays a 7 there, and then later on maybe someone plays a 4 here, now they're all different, and we got those. Now all the cards are green or orange, and so on and so forth. That's how the game's going to be played. You're going to be playing a card. Now, if you can't play a card, for whatever reason, then everyone loses and you start over. Or if the draw pile runs out and everyone runs out of cards, the game's over. But if you go through all the gold cards, then you win. So some of the pink cards is 4, some of all cards is 18, green is half as much as orange, some of all cards is 20, 3 pink piles, some of green cards is 6, a straight of 3 in a row, all cards are lower than 4, etc., etc. The number of cards that you need to do to finish is going to be based on the number of players and what level you want to play. Another thing that's important though is communications. You can't say what numbers or colors you have, but you can say things like, listen, don't play here. I got something for this pile. I can do this one. Or guys, I can finish this. Sum of green cards is 7. Of course, if you want to play an easier method, you can play where communication is totally open, or you can play where you can't talk at all, or you can just play a 4-minute game where anyone can play out of turn, which is really crazy and insane, but you can do it. That's it. So altogether, you will win or lose. The cards are really good quality. Linen finish, really nice. I like the background here. These square cards are good, very easy to read. My only drawback on the components is that there is literally no way to differentiate between colors on cards, which isn't a huge deal. There's not a lot of people who are green and orange colorblind, but in low lighting, the purple and orange cards are not always to tell, pink and purple cards are not always easy to tell apart, and I kind of wish they just put a symbol there. Not a huge thing, that's my only drawback. Everything fits inside a nice plastic insert in the box. It looks really bright and colorful. And that's it, folks. It is a simple little game. This reminds me of several other games, actually. It reminds me of Red 7, which is a little card game in which you're trying to, accomplish goals. That's a competitive style game. It reminds me a little bit of Hanabi, a cooperative game, but this one is a very simple game. We're talking very basic. Most people know Uno. Play the same color, play the same number. Here it's like you have 4 piles of Uno, but you're all working together trying to accomplish these goals. Here's the facts. Sometimes you can't win. It just works out that way. The cards you draw, the goals you get, it just doesn't work out to the fact where you can win, place cards and win. Sometimes winning is harder, sometimes winning is easier, but it is a light, fun game. This is the kind of game I would give people who don't play a lot of games, but they're looking for some strategy, some working together. This is a game I think that a lot of people will really get into. This is the kind of game that I think has a chance to have some really wide mass appeal. It really could, because again, everyone knows how to play Uno. This game's very careful not to mention Uno, but the idea of laying cards out and then working together is a lot of fun. They give you a lot of goal cards in this, and you're not going to use all of them, so every game's going to play a little bit differently. It's good with kids because there's the whole math. These numbers need to be up to 7. And then the kids are thinking ahead, if I put this card here, we'll meet this goal, but that will make that goal harder, so I should do that goal first. That's simple stuff. So this is also what I would consider to be kid approved. It works well with families, it works well with kids, but I don't think adults will be bored playing this. Sure, this isn't a game that's going to set the world on fire, and at the end of the day when we're done playing, it's really, really casual, and I'm sitting there going, yeah, I guess that worked, everything worked together, but I don't know that I made any real super meaningful decisions over the course of the game, but sometimes that's what I'm looking for, and sometimes I just want to, you do get to make a lot of cool decisions over the course of the game. Now, you will have a bit of a hang-up probably with communication, and that's just going to come to a group. How strict do you want to be about what you can say and what you can't say? This whole, I got a card that might help, maybe, I don't know, type thing could really throw some people off exactly what you can say. If I say, guys, I can finish this goal at the 2 green numbers need to equal 7, and there's a 2-7 on the table, I'm basically telling everyone I have a 5-7. So why can't I just say I have a 5-7? Sure, that would make the game too easy if you could say exactly what you have, but can I say things to the extent that make it obvious what I have? I can see that being iffy with some groups, but your group just has to decide how strict and how you're going to be about the communication. Easily, though, this could be a game I'd see at Walmart and places like that. Definitely one I would recommend for families. Cahoots. Dice Tower Judgment approved.